I am Henrik, the project manager of EADP. I would like to bid you all welcome and thank you for coming. This is an Asteroid defense project, so it's basically that we want to crowdfund to protect us against asteroids. And this is the first private organization to do this, so it's pretty exciting, I think. So yeah, we are a small team, so I would like them to be available. Christina, come up here. Christina, Søren, and Nadim. Søren is the founder of the project. Nadim is the crowdfunding manager. Event organizer Christina here, and our public relations manager Christina here.
You can find me on Facebook and Twitter, EADP Project.
Velkommen tilbage. Hvis jeg må bede om jeres opmærksomhed, og if I can have your attention please. I hope you enjoyed the movie. And I hope you enjoy the nice sandwiches made by Rikos, and also the nice drinks we get from Cassiopeia, the restaurant right next door. I think I can speak on behalf of the whole EADP crew, our partners and friends, that we have been working extremely hard, especially the last couple of months. But on the other hand, the world is depending on us, so motivation has been high. And everywhere we have went in the world with our project, we have been met with an incredible kindness and cooperation. So it has been really nice. There is something out there in space, and you may already have understood what this is all about. And yes, we have a really special project. We have the best currently known solution for deflecting asteroids with short notice, the HAV. I think I have a nice picture of it if this works. It's not working. Maybe you can press.
It should be working.
I just do it manually, no?
No.
Okay, but I'm not the engineer. He's right here. Yeah, there you see our nice little HAV. It will not be that little when it gets built. It's developed by and invented by our Professor Bangui, the leading scientist and engineer of the project, together with his colleagues from the Asteroid Deflection Research Center at Iowa State University. And maybe some of you think that NASA has this covered already, or your countries or governments or some other organization with such an important matter, but I'm sorry to break it for you. There is no emergency system ready available at the moment. And it's not because NASA is not doing anything. Actually, it is NASA that has funded our project, the study of the HAV, and they have also done a lot. Research has already come a long way, but resources and funds are limited for this area, and focus has naturally been on very huge asteroids so far that could wipe out humanity and the whole world. But still we have relatively smaller asteroids that also happen more frequently. And a small asteroid of, let's say, 50 meters could wipe out whole Copenhagen. And let's just say one of 300 meters, it could wipe out a whole country. So we really need an emergency system in place to avoid and prevent catastrophic events from happening. We have a solution, and we also have a plan for action. That's why we are here today. And I believe we can make this happen together with you and the rest of the world. Hopefully we will provide an emergency system that will protect us from external threats and protect the earth, the nature, and everything we love. And I would also add to that, now when we have saved the world, with this project from Asteroids. This project requires a lot of global cooperation and unity, and I'm sure that the team I'm working with and the people I met so far, when we have done this, we will take all lessons learned and also make the world a better place to live in. So this is just the start. That's the way I see it, at least. And now I would like to show you a short movie that we have made, a little pitch video for our Indiegogo campaign, and I will show that to you in a second. And afterwards, oh, one last thing. The owner of Halvandet, Jens Peter, he has offered 5 free meals for the 5 first persons who donate here tonight more than $20. So if I was you, I would hurry up right after we are launching the campaign. So I will let you watch the movie now, and afterwards we will make a little countdown also for our fans on the internet. And our founder, Søren Eggelund, he will also be available for you, and he will also tell you a little bit more afterwards about what are the money precisely going to. And besides being our founder and engineer, Søren is also a genius with numbers. And if you want to know anything about what the likelihood is of you getting killed by an asteroid anytime soon, just ask Søren, and he will give you valid numbers for that. So he will say more about this later. But now I hope you like our little video. Thank you.
The Emergency Asteroid Defense Project is a non-profit organization. Our mission is to protect the world from asteroids. It is a global threat and a global cause that is important to all of us.
It looked like a scene from a movie, but it was all too real.
Emerging from the Russian sky, a giant ball of flame. A meteorite providing a spectacular show until it suddenly explodes 30 miles above the Earth.
There's tens of thousands of objects that are dangerous as what we saw this morning in Russia, whose orbit crosses the orbit of the Earth. If you do the math, it turns out that eventually Earth and anything that crosses our orbit will collide with one another eventually.
The explosion rocked hundreds of buildings. It tore chunks out of this factory. And as windows shattered, almost 1,000 people were hit by flying glass. It's meant long corridors full of those injured. 10,000 rescue workers have now been dispatched to the area.
Chelyabinsk meteorite event was an eye-opening case for all of us in planetary defense community. That event showed that anything can happen at any time without any warning.
Scientists only recently started to detect near-Earth asteroids. Our understanding of this danger is new, but the threat is real. And yet there is no emergency planetary defense system in place.
Low probability events, or what we perceive as low probability events, can and do happen.
Well, Earth's under threat every day from near-Earth asteroids, most of them sub-meter size to centimeter size, as objects that are just burning up in the atmosphere as they approach. But the likelihood of events like Chelyabinsk is non-zero. It's going to happen.
So far, research has been focused on detection and deflection of asteroids with long warning times. But no one has yet developed a solution for asteroids with short notice. This is the first and only project to develop, test, construct and implement an active emergency asteroid defense system. The Hy-Vee is a 2-body spacecraft. The first body will hit the asteroid and form a crater, whereafter the following body will deliver an explosive device and eliminate the threat.
This is a global threat. and it requires global cooperation and unity. Supported by some of the best within their field, we have a well-developed solution and plan for action. We are non-profit, so our solution will be made freely available to the world and its citizens. With your help, we can advance science and save millions of lives.
Countdown.
Okay, I think we're ready for the countdown. I hope you're all gonna count with me. Are you ready, Tom? Okay. 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Can we have it on the page? That's what
So, we're live.
And if you need help or donations, please come up here and Paulina and Henrik will help you making the donation. Thank you.
Should I just tell a little bit? You know, you're standing here today and we are asking you for money. But I actually think that most of you rather win the lottery, for example. How many here would like to win the lottery? 1 million? How many has actually won 1 million?
I want to count once.
Okay, that was quite far from 1 million. That's actually the problem here, because human psychology can't really understand the numbers behind this asteroid threat. The point here is actually, if one in here had won 1 million, the chances were that the rest of us had been killed by asteroids. Because right now, the risk of getting killed by an asteroid is 168 times as large as one of you in here winning $1 million. So we actually are a quite big threat. Same goes, you know, anybody of you afraid of a plane crash, for example? You should be 10 times as scared of asteroids. So we're even looking out and looking at the terror threat and seeing around us that, are we scared of terrorists? Well, the risk of being killed by an asteroid is 1.2 times larger than by a terrorist. We are right now spending $286 billion on battling terrorism. We're spending nothing on asteroids because we don't understand that it only happens once every 100 years. But actually the last, which we just saw, was just 2 years ago in Chelyabinsk, where 100,000 homes were destroyed. In 1908, the Tunguska catastrophe destroyed an area of 2,000 square kilometers. That's the same as Zealand. If that happened today, and it can happen any day, then Zealand is destroyed completely. So that's actually what we are facing. And that's why we say the risk here is actually tankable. And I would like all of you to understand that what we are doing here is actually quite simple. As you saw in the film, rocket science is definitely rocket science. It's very hard. But what we are doing here is not that hard. We are actually just trying to strike a rock in space. If you look over here to your side, you will see there lies a spacecraft. That spacecraft is made by Danish rocket builders. And it was actually made to take a man into space. They didn't go that far, but the spacecraft actually has about the same size as that spacecraft we need to stop a 50-meter asteroid. That's an asteroid that if it hit Copenhagen, here where we stand, they would burn in Roskilde. We can actually stop that one with a spacecraft that size striking the asteroid with an explosive. So that also means we don't have to launch a space shuttle, as you saw in there. We need to launch this. And we can do that together with NASA, together with them actually launching their satellites. We have had the option to take such a small craft on a free mission together with NASA, together with a much bigger satellite. So we don't have to pay for the rocket. So we can actually make here a space mission on a very, very limited budget and show that we can strike the asteroid out in space with a spacecraft of this size. And that actually makes this not that much rocket science. It's more a question about actually wanting and doing it. And that's what we want. We want to go out there. We need $25 million. And we don't need those from you. We need those from people who have a lot of money. But those people with a lot of money want to see the public stand behind this. And that's what we are wanting to do today, actually spreading these news globally, spreading them locally, spreading them everywhere, and getting some support so we can get the support both from big backers, small backers, everywhere. So please join us here, and Pauline and Henrik can help anybody who doesn't know how Indiegogo and how crowdfunding works, and educate you and tell you how this could work if you would like. I will be at the spacecraft and can tell you how this actually works, this mission, if there's interest in that. And otherwise the team will be scattered here and can tell you generally about organization and mission. So please, let's get the music on and continue the show. Thank you very much.